So brothers just gonna join me because ancient culture is about sharing. Well, Helena said we could jam, so we're gonna jam it. There's no real structures, you know, only the structure of the earth, the universal law. Yeah, people of the land, yeah, come on, good people, come on, make the stand. Yeah, rise up in the herd, speak your truth within, come together, heal the pain inside.
This conference came out of the fact that we made a film called The Economics of Happiness, which is spelling out the fact that localizing economies all around the world brings personal, social, and ecological benefits. We had so much interest from all around the world that we now were able to get funding to organize conferences in different parts of the world with the goal of building up an international alliance for localization. So we had a conference last year in California, and this year in Byron Bay, and then next year we'll do one in Japan.
Yeah, come on, my brothers, come on, make your stand.
Really, even though I've been invited to speak, I feel like I'm here more to listen because there are some really remarkable people here with great minds and beautiful hearts.
We have speakers from more than 12 countries. I think it's a total of something like 40 or maybe 50 people speaking, which is amazing over just a few days. And then we have workshops where people can interact more deeply. We're also going to be having a World Cafe tomorrow where people can interact in small groups and they change, so they get to interact. You know, hopefully 400 people, there's going to be a lot of connection and mixing.
I just thought it was an interesting opportunity. Yeah, a good friend of mine was coming along and mentioned it to me, and I thought that perhaps it might be I'm at a particular time where I'm sort of re-questioning career directions, so I thought it might be a good way to have a new way of thinking.
I'm 45, I'm still looking for my passion in life, but actually I'm really here for my boy who already knows his passion. He's 16 and he is very consumed by the principles that are being talked about here, and I'm his driver.
Yeah, we've come up especially for the conference. I made him book the tickets. I want to be able to articulate what I believe to my friends and to also my teachers at school and people anyone really. That's what I want to be able to do, and also just to see people who I really respect and things like that.
With the collapse of the economy all around us, whether it be Wall Street in 2008 or Europe currently, you just have to look at the streets of Greece and Spain and Iceland and Ireland and Portugal and Italy to know that there is no stability in the model that has been built at nature's cost and people's cost. This is the time to redefine the economy and to put at its center the happiness of people, the well-being of people, as the government of Bhutan has done, and the well-being of the earth through ecological sustainability.
So I'm conscious this world of illusion. Cause we've been living too long, living in lies and illusion. So I'm not gonna let you into my head. Country's calling me home. I'm gonna fly my wings, return home to country. Open your eyes. Can't you see what's going on? The truth in your life. I find the truth and carry on.
And like most people, I'm fairly neurotic and terrified about the direction that our planet is going, and is enough being done, and I just don't see enough being done. And so I'm here basically to champion the visionaries and the activists who have come from all over the world to talk about these issues, to not necessarily coming up with the answers. I mean, Helena does have a manifesto for where she'd like to take it. But I think everybody's struggling with that. Where is the alternative paradigm to the way that we're going at the moment?
I was a very active student activist during my 20s. And that time Korea was under military dictatorship. So they jailed me, and the false accusation of North Korean spy. That was a typical method to oppress democratization movement. Yeah? So I served altogether 14 years in prison. During my imprisonment, I decided to become a farmer instead of a politician. Yeah? So this imprisonment changed my whole life. I became an ecologist, and I wanted to be a farmer. So right after my release, I went to the mountain and started farming to support myself. That's my story, and I want to share this experience with other people. Yeah.
And I'm definitely, like a number of the young people that got up today, when asked about why they were here at the conference, and they got up and said, I'm here to learn to articulate these thoughts so that I can have these conversations with my peers, and so that we can all question really what's going on out there, and are better equipped to propagate, I suppose, a new way of going forward.
The main outcome that I hope for is that there will be a much, much stronger movement for localization in all the areas that people come from.
The exciting thing about this conference is that there is a systemic option being delivered by all these people. A lot of gatherings, we speak about wanting change and creating movements and trying to move forward in a progressive and healthy way. But sometimes there is lacking an actual clear direction to take all that energy. And I feel that this conference differs to a lot of other gatherings in that way, that there is something here, and localization is the center of it, that we can pick up and run with. And to me, that's exciting.
To country.